Yeah, this was me at my book launch. Please come with me in this video as I give you a rundown of how we got here and why you need to do one for yourself. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olajumoke, and in this video I'm going to be talking about, just briefly why you need to launch your book and the things you need to take note of when you're planning your book launch. So my last video, I gave helpful tips on how you can begin to write your book and finish it, especially as a first-time author. But in this video, I want to talk about things you need to take note of and look out for when you're planning your book launch, and why it's also important to plan your book launch. So between when you finish writing your book and when you launch your book, you need a published book. You need a book that is ready to show the world, to announce to the world, right? So this is a quick checklist of the things that you need to do to get your book ready for your launch. So you will need an editor. Something is optional, but I highly recommend it. You need an editor. You need a graphic designer. If you can afford it, get a good graphics guy that can help you with your book cover design. Don't just go and use Canva and just do something. Just get a professional to really do it, well and cool. If you can't use Canva, it's also fine, but I recommend getting a proper professional to do that. People still judge a book by its cover. Yes, so you need an editor, a graphic designer. You also need a printer to print your book. If you are doing a book launch, I'm assuming that you have an hard copy book. I don't know if people do book launches for just soft copy book, but yeah, those are the basic things that you will need to get, for you to get your book ready. And if you are outsourcing to a publishing company, that's also, amazing, right? You may want to get your ISBN also, but in between that, those are just a few quick things that you need to also, get ready to make the final copy of your book, available for your book launch. So, diving right into this video, when people are done writing their book, of course, you wrote this book for an audience and you need to get this book across to them, right? Some people, begin marketing even as soon as they begin writing the book. Some begin marketing in between, writing, or when they finish writing the book. Some begin marketing when the book is ready. I just say begin marketing as soon as you can for your book. So down to the book launch, right? Your book launch is a major way to market your book. Beyond marketing, it helps you drive early sales, and it is also very important because you are able to share with the audience, why you wrote the book, the story behind, the book that you are writing. They bring your audience, into an awareness, about the book, and they get to, hear from you some context, that you may or may not have put down while you were writing the book. So it's just, really important and beautiful. I highly recommend it. You don't need to do something crazily expensive. Do you get it? But just getting people together, it just sort of feels like that point in time when there's like a lot of momentum around, a lot of buzz, right, around your book before you launch it and you begin to sell. So I highly recommend it, and I encourage you. And you really don't need to do something crazily expensive. Do what you can within your budget, to launch your book. But I'm going to give you a few tips that is going to, be very helpful while you're planning your book launch. The first thing I would say is that set a date for your book launch. Even while you are still working on getting the book ready, I highly recommend it. So why am I saying this? If you are really somebody who is really working with, a timeline of, when you want to release a book. So also depending on the type of book you're writing, maybe for somebody that is, for instance, writing a book maybe about women or something, and maybe there's a time that is coming around celebration for women or something, and you think it's a perfect time to, launch your book, So if you're working with those type of timelines, and for you, it's not just, whenever it is, that the book is ready, that is ready. I just really believe that, have something you're working towards, because if you do not set a date for your book launch, you may be in for many surprises, especially if your book is not ready and printed yet at the time. So why did I say this? For getting the final copy of your book ready, there are a lot of things that are not within your control. Like I mentioned earlier, right, you need an editor, you need a printer, you need a graphics guy. If you're also getting your ISBN, you also need to apply for that. So these are external people that you're working with, and they have their own timelines for working. So if you do not have a particular date for your book launch already set, this means that it is whenever they are done and they are ready that they give you that book. You will not even be able to negotiate with them to say, oh, this is when I want it to ready. So it means that, let's say if your book will be ready in 2 months after when you completed writing it and outsourced it to these guys to edit, to proofread and everything, if they tell you that, oh, it will be available in 3 months, you may not see any need, to fast track it because you are not working with a goal in mind. But once you set a date for your book launch, I'll give you an example on my own end. My editor gave me an initial timeline, and because I already had a date in mind that I wanted to launch the book, I told her, it's not going to work for me, This is when I want to launch my book, and this timeline will not, get me ready, and we have to renegotiate the timeline. Do you get it? So if I did not have a date in mind, I would have probably waited to work with whatever time, she could get my book ready, right? The same thing for my printer. Oh, okay, we finally did the editing and everything. Oh, when can this be ready? I said, can it be ready within so time? He said, oh yeah, they will get it ready. And okay, we planned. It didn't come during that time. But thankfully, I was able to again negotiate to say I need it so time. So I knew that, okay, between that time and my book launch, even if it doesn't get ready on that day that he initially told me, right, I still have some time to catch up. So he wasn't ready on the day he told me. But yeah, the book came in, before my book launch. So I'm basically saying that you would just be left without an option if you don't have a goal you're working with. And it can just drag the launch of your book unnecessarily. But once you have set a date to say, this is the date I want to launch my book, you will now walk around getting, all the external guys that will be working with you to make sure that your book ready. So if somebody says they can't work within your timeline, then you know that, okay, maybe I need to get someone else to do the job for me. Do you understand? You won't just be stuck there and say, okay, this. Like if I told the person and she said, oh, he can't, I would have probably said, I need to consult somebody else. Do you get it? So it's very important to have a date you're working with. It gives you focus, it gives you direction. Another important reason for somebody, especially if you're a first-time author and you do not have a big community that you steward already, whether online or somewhere, don't go and put up surprises on your people and just think that you are going to, just tell them a week to the book launch. When people know on time the date for your book launch, when they want to come, they can plan, they can reserve that date, and plan to be present at your book launch, right? You have more chances of getting people to come around to be a part of the book launch. But if you don't already have a big following, or you're a celebrity already and you are just coming out, nobody really knows you beyond your immediate circle of friends, and you want to launch a book and you're telling them a week before, the turnout might not be what you expect, right? So I encourage you and I advise you, set a date for your book launch, even if you're still getting the book ready for production. It also makes sure that every other person working with you works with that timeline to make sure that the book will be available and ready and it will not drag unnecessarily. Another tip I'm going to be giving in this video is that you need to start planning early for your book launch. So why did I say this? Once you set the date for your book launch, right, you need to begin to work towards getting people that will work with you to be aware on time. So in my own case, I had a panel session and had a group of people speak on the panel. So I needed to inform them on time, and of course they also have to check their schedules, check the timing to see if it would work. So that meant I needed to wait for their responses, for their feedback and all of that. And that also means that while you are waiting for their response, their feedback is also going to probably drag your publicity, because For your flyer to be ready, for instance, you need to wait a bit. So you may need to readjust a few things here and there. So the earlier you tell them, right, the earlier you get the confirmation that you need, especially if these are very busy people who really need some time, to look into their schedules before they make that commitment. So begin to plan early, because again, you are going to be working with other people and you don't have everything within your control. So the earlier you start to plan, the better, so that when changes occur, right, you are able to absorb those changes and quickly plan, maybe have a change of plan or fix a thing here and there and still be able to keep. The next tip I'm going to be sharing in this video is for you to ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Oh. Please, if God gives you a vision and you do not need the help of men, like they say, then it's not God that gave you that vision. You will need people, you will need help. And if you are somebody that is reluctant to receive help from people, you may just be bearing an unnecessary burden. I bet that you already have a lot in your head, you already have a lot to deal with while planning your book launch. So if somebody offers to help out, and except you have a restraint for working with them or something, please accept that help. Accept the help. And even if they did not volunteer to help out, if you know somebody who is good at something that can handle an aspect of the book launch, whether it's media, maybe it's publicity, maybe it's prayer, whatever team that you need, right? If you spot someone and you have that relationship with them, or at least you know them, even if you don't have, just ask. See, the word they will tell you is no, and I tell you, more often than not, you will get a lot of yeses. You will get a lot of yeses. So please ask for help. It's going to benefit you on many fronts. They are going to be lifting off some burden off your neck. That also means that they feel like a part of the book launch. Those people would repost your flyers, share your flyers. Of course, that means they'll be present on that day if they are not working remotely or outside the region, where you are planning the book launch. You understand? So it's of many benefits on, so many fronts. And before you begin to think, where am I going to get a team? Where am I going to get people? Nobody knows me. See, you first put out, the announcement that you are going to launch your book. As you go on the journey, that's when provision comes. I'm telling you, if you are still staying stuck on one place and you're saying, hey, no, let me first see, the help, let me first get the provision, let me first see the people before I move, you will not see them. It's when you make that announcement, it's when you make that move, it's when you begin to plan within what you have. You would see how God will begin to channel provision, because you are now in obedience, you are now walking in that path. So please don't be discouraged to think that, I don't have a lot of friends, I don't know who will help me. God will send people. I tell you, people volunteered, people gave, people sorted things. I'm just like, God, thank you. Like, God really sends help. I tell you, God really sends help. So if you're sure that this thing you're doing, God has sent you, God is with you, God is for you, He would send people to help you. So please ask for help, and if people volunteer to help out, please receive the help that God has sent across your way. Another thing I'm going to say is this: please speak with people who have published books before. Speak with them. You don't stand to lose anything, I promise you. At least you would know one or two persons within. You don't need to go and meet any bestseller somewhere that you don't know. Just within your circle. Just speak to them, talk to them about it. Even if you don't have any question, you may even get more than you bargain for. I tell you, they would help you to see some things that you don't know. Hey God, in my case, I really have one of my sister friends to thank for this. Like, she went through my book. Even when I'd gotten back on the editor, there were things that I was just going to overlook or not really pay attention. That were key things. Hey God, please. Like, it really helped and made sure that I didn't go and publish that book like that with some some things that I shouldn't have overlooked. So please speak to people who have published books. They will tell you things, their process. They can even recommend some people for you to work with in case you are still looking for somebody to work with here and there. Talk to people who have done what you're trying to do before. It really makes life easy. And of course, this is what this video is also doing for you, just giving you some sort of leverage help to make it easy for you here. Again, I have to also include this. Please get people to register as much as is possible. get people to register. So if you're doing, except if it's a very closed event that is not open, fine. But if it's something you are opening to the public, it will really help if you get people to register. So why am I saying this? You can be doing a lot of publicity and think that, okay, in your head, people will come, okay, that one said they will come, this one said they will come. And then you're not really tracking, those who have really made a commitment to show up. But when you put out a link for people to register, it helps you to track how well your publicity is doing. You can know if you still have a lot of work to do, or if the publicity is doing well. Do you understand? And aside that, it also gives you an opportunity to have an email list, to send them things regarding the book. Please don't go and spam them. Regarding the launch event, I send them reminders, about the book launch and everything like that. When the pre-order, stuff was out, I sent it to them, and it just really, very helpful, because you can have it all in your head. Okay, they are coming. How many people are coming? You don't know. And if you're even planning for something like maybe refreshment for them, it would also help to know. So get people to register. For mine, which was a free event, right? It wasn't ticketed. I still needed people to register so that I could have an idea of how many people were coming, and it also helped me to know when publicity was really doing well and maybe when it was not. Another tip I'm going to be sharing is that it's okay to have your book on pre-order before the book launch. So you don't even need to wait for the day of the launch before people can start purchasing your book. Move people to action early, please. Move people to action early. Set your book on pre-order, put out a link for them, and that was also something I did. Don't let it be that people can only get to pre-order the book only when they enter your DM, except if you are limiting those who are going to buy the book to only those who have your contacts. Like, make sure that beyond them being able to reach you directly, there's a system put in place where they can easily purchase the book if they just see the link somewhere. It's important. Like, don't just think that it's only your sisters and your brothers. You are not writing it only for your family members, I suppose. So please put out a link. Use any of these platforms for creators. There are a lot of them that you can put your book on. Share the link so that even as people are reposting for you on your status and everywhere like that, they can easily click the link, go and purchase the book without not needing you or entering your DM, or the people now entering your DM to say somebody want to buy. And you can easily track sales like that. You get it? Yes, I had a link for both the hard copy and the soft copy, right? But people could still, of course, order directly for me. But I tell you, I have people order my book that I do not even know. I don't know them. I'm like, who is this person? I do not know. Because of course I expect and I know that the book will go to the hands of the head. So I wasn't limiting it to only enter my DM to order and everything like that, or my WhatsApp status alone. No. So please create a link, and it's okay for them to be able to pre-order. So one thing that they also say is that if you get enough from pre-order, you may even be able to use it to print your book. Well, I didn't get enough money from the pre-ordering, but it moved people to action early. Do you get it? They start being a stake on it. They pre-ordered the book, so they are looking forward, to the launch. Do you understand? So even though I made the highest sale so far on a singular day, on my launch day, which is also why the launch is very key, you make a lot of sales on that day, right? Please, it's still okay if people can pre-order the book. It gives some sort of momentum. There's something they are looking forward to, as being a part of the book. And like some people say, if you get a lot of pre-order sales, you can use it for your printing, and it reduces the financial burden on you that you need to spend, while you're trying to get the book ready for the launch. The next thing I'm going to say is this: don't wait to figure out everything before you start moving to do things, before you start moving to action. So while I had announced, my book launch and everything like that, I was trying to get a proper content calendar. Okay. So I had announced my book launch like about a month and some days before the book launch, right? So I was trying to, let me get a proper content calendar so that I'm posting X, Y, Z on this, because I like to put a structure around it to allow for consistency and all of that. But my sister, my brothers, content calendar could not content, and I needed to keep on showing up as often as I could. So I was just like, well, it's okay to not know what I'm going to post in the next 1 month, but I know what I can post in the next 2 days. So I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. Do you understand? So don't wait to have everything all figured out. Oh, I need someone to help me handle this, and then you are waiting. Start planning with what you have along the way. Like I said, help will come. People will volunteer. As you speak to people, you will get more help and everything like that. You know, because the time is running and you cannot buy back the time. So don't wait to say, I don't have money. Let me first see the money in my account. Contact your printer, contact those who you need to contact your vendors. Get the costs down and provision will come. Like I can tell you for free, like God showed up for me, and I know that, you know, He would show up for you. If He did it for one, He can do it for another person. So just go in the strength of God and trust God and believe God and start with whatever you have. If it's only one volunteer you have, start working with them. If it's only, you know, X amount of money you have, start working with it towards producing. I tell you, many people who do a lot of great things like that. It's in the movement, you know, that provision comes. So don't wait till, you know, you have 100 million before you're not okay, now I can plan. God will make a way for you. I'm so grateful I could get a free venue to use. People offered, like I said, like God would really show up for you. Like when you go in faith like that and you move in faith, expect to meet God, expect to see God in action. So just start doing what you can within your capacity, you know, why help, you know, come. The last thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is that please don't develop a cold feet. Don't develop a cold feet. See, when I announced my book launch and I began to plan, I was just like, I hope I have not beaten more than I could chew, because I was just writing a book. How did I start planning a full-blown event? And till date, right, that book launch is one of the largest events I have single-handedly, you know, planned, like conveying people together to do, you know. So it felt like a lot. It was during postpartum and all of that, and I was like, you know, so some days you could get tired. You know, the devil even play with your mind. What if it fails? What if people don't show up? What if it's not a success and everything like that? But see, the devil did not stop you from writing that book. It would not stop the book from getting to the right audience. And know that, see, if you've got a message for the world, you must also do your very best to make sure that as much as you can, that book gets into the hand of the people who it is meant to get for. And like I said, your launch is one great, you know, time where you create that awareness, that momentum around the book, and you want to make sure that people get into it. So please don't allow the devil discourage you. Yes, there will be challenges to face, there will be obstacles you will encounter, there will be some days where you could be overwhelmed, but I want you to know that you will emerge out victorious. Do not back down. One mindset I had was that, see, I would rather plan this book launch and it would fail than for me to cancel it. Like, I will not want to be thinking, what if. Thank God that God helped me and I was able to push through, and it was a huge success. Like I said, right, I'm going to drop the link. Like, over 100 people showed up. I'm going to drop the link in the description box. If you were not at the book launch and you want to have an idea of how it went, you would be able to, you know, see it. I'm so happy that despite how difficult, how challenging it was, you know, at some point I didn't back down, and that is why I'm encouraging. Don't develop a cold feet. When you are discouraged, call your friend, run to them, speak to, you know, get someone to talk to that really encourage you and just, you know, put off all that burden. I had that help, I had that support. I am grateful for my people, you know, who supported me and encouraged me and all of that. And this video is also one of those encouragements that you need, you know, when you want to get tired. I wish you all the very best at your book launch. Let me know if you are launching a book in this comment section. You just might see me show up, you know, and I wish you all the very best. I hope that you found this video very helpful. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any other series regarding, you know, a book for now, but I want to believe that the previous video and this video, you know, I have important things that is going to help you, to become that author and to get your book out to the world. Expect much more videos from me. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye.